The Western Cape used to be very much a tourist hub, with many people making their way especially to Cape Town. However, the area is recovering from a serious drought which has seen a sharp decline in visitors to the province. Now, as part of Meetings Africa 2019 hosted by the Department of Tourism, Wesgro, the official tourism, trade and investment promotion agency for Cape Town and the Western Cape, has begun attracting people to visit once again. And for more on this, Wesgro Business Development Manager Adriaan Fourie is with us this morning to share more on this. A very good morning to you, Adriaan. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. First of all, what's the recovery plan for once again promoting the Western Cape as an attractive business destination?
I think first and foremost, I think the industry really, when we were faced with a crisis last year, really had to come together. It was not just a one solution fit all. It could not have just been government really finding solutions. It had to be a partnership between industry and the government. And I think especially what we have created with the Nowhere Better campaign, that really kind of reignite people's passions for the destination, to reintroduce it, to put it, especially for our international visitors, back on their consideration list. And I think that we have done really successfully.
And to what extent has the drought affected the Western Cape economy?
I think there are different ways of answering that question. I think on one level, it really kind of highlighted how we deal in a crisis, of how do we use resources. The city had to relook at how the city live, how we live. It obviously had an effect on the perception of the destination, and that resulted in a drop of especially international visitors. The messaging was very harsh. Luckily, the news cycle has moved on in Cape Town, and the Western Cape is in a much better position when it comes to the drought and the water. But the unintentional benefit is Cape Town has really become a leader globally when it comes to resource management. And we've seen it with the amount of congresses and water-related and resource-related congresses that we are now attracting to the Western Cape. And I think that can only benefit not only South Africa, but other cities that are also facing the same issues that we have just gone through.
I get the impression that you are of the view that the Western Cape is huge on the resources. So what are some of the pull factors that make it an attractive tourism and business destination?
I think first and foremost, we have the attractions. We really have iconic attractions. And these are really globally recognized. You can't really go anywhere and see an image of Table Mountain and not know where that is. But I really think our people, the diversity, the history and our capability of our hospitality background, I think really plays a big role. Of course, our facilities, and then also our track record of really hosting not only leisure, but also business tourism. And we are the #1 convention destination in Africa. And we really take that very seriously.
Yeah, you are attending the Meetings Africa 2019 that's currently on in Sandton. So how has the response been to your agenda, to your mandate, and to Western Cape as a whole?
I think this year specifically have been a really good show. I think the South African tourism did a really good job at identifying qualified buyers. We've had fascinating and inspirational conversations with African associations and African corporate companies, really kind of like stimulating African discussion. A big emphasis on regional business that I think really is a highlight of this year's show. But it's also how do we work better with our universities? How do we build on the legacy and the knowledge economies of these events that Meetings Africa has really set out to attract.
Okay, quickly, let's talk about the Nowhere Better campaign. What is that campaign all about, and what does it entail?
It really is a white label campaign. It is, what that means is really all industry, all trade are being given the tools to really use their campaign, because I think the power is in collective messaging. It's really that everybody sings off the same song sheet, and then amplify that message into the international market.
All right, Mr. Fourie, thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you.
Many thanks to Adriaan Fourie from Wesgro for chatting to us about tourism in the Western Cape. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.